ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. Former president of the Bahamas Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation and current vice president for the CAC region, Danny Sumner, receiving some big news. He's set to receive the British Empire Medal as a part of the Queen's birthday honors.
I know that in the sporting federation and sporting world that I have done a lot to enhance sports in the Bahamas, going way back into my involvement with Government League basketball and, of course, slow pitch, and, consequently leading into bodybuilding. It was amazing, and I thank God for the opportunity to be alive to accept such a prestigious award coming from Her Majesty the Queen.
Regatta is dominating the long holiday weekend. We start off in Long Island with Charles Fisher.
Once again, it was the Running Tide taking the overall title in Class A. And it was also a repeat in Class B, with the new Susan Chase winning for the 5th year in a row, both skippered by Stephen Knowles.
The Running Tide has always been a fast foot. I've been racing on the Running Tide now for 24 years. The Running Tide has always been a fast foot. It's always competitive. If you want to win any regatta, you have to beat the Running Tide. We had a very competitive race the last day, and we got beat. Hats off to the Lonesome Dove crew. But I told them when they come Long Island, they will be in a war's nest with the Susan Chase.
In Class C, however, there is a new champion as Xena ended the 3-year reign of the Witty K. Ian Knowles had a pretty good regatta.
I sail in Running Tide, the New Chaser, and the Xena, and this is one of my better years of sailing. I got, like I said earlier, 7 firsts, a second and third overall.
Now, lack of wind played a factor over the days, but that did not stop the show. Commodore Chester Fox thanking the skippers for getting out there.
For the most part, they were patient and they worked with me because we were able to get in a B-class race and 2 A-class races in 3.5 hours. On any given day, you got 4 or 5 boats in any one of those classes that could win a race, probably even more. So if you're not on your game, you're going to get beat. That's just the way it is.
A record crowd enjoyed the 52nd Long Island Regatta and left them looking forward to number 53. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
The Baratari Class C Regatta also held over the holiday weekend. After finishing 4th in the first series race, Queen swept the rest of the regatta, winning the final 2 series races and the ocean race to capture the overall championship. Now, Warrior also had a good regatta, coming in second, just 1 point behind Queen. Veteran skipper Huey Lloyd said the sailing conditions weren't ideal, but he'll take the runner-up finish.
Sometimes we get a scruff, and then sometime a boat trim down, the another one come in bed, and it's sort of flatly wet. You can't really determine exactly how fast you are, but then you'll have to try to do your best with what we have.
What keeps you going sailing after all these years?
Well, at the stage now, I reach pretty close to retirement. I'm getting ready to give it up over to my son. But, sometimes that little, once you can manage turn around, I'm slowing down the lifting, but I still can handle the tiller.
Regatta Commodore Horace McKenzie has been in that post for the past 2 decades. While he's happy with how the regatta has progressed, he says one thing you can be sure of is the conditions in Baratari Harbor are always changing.
We've been, very consistent in terms of our racing and everything else. The only issues we have is the wind conditions, but then, that's an act of God, so there's nothing we can do about that. This is where your years of experience comes in, because the conditions never going to be perfect all the time. These are the boats that in close proximity to Baratari, but in the future, especially next year, we want to just have a larger field. We want to invite some of our cousins from down through the Keys, Stanley Key, Black Point. We want to have them here. So we're going to try to plan to make some revisions to have some of those boats here. We always have some financial constraints, but if we start on time, I think some of those issues, we could work it out between now and then.
Team Bahamas finished up with competition at the Sugarbird Amateur Boxing Classic in Punta Gorda, Florida. Carl Heel able to defend the title he won last year. Lennox Boyce, Patrick Joseph, and Elizabeth Hutchinson all winning silver medals. From here, the Boxing Federation plans to take this momentum and move full steam ahead.
This boxing program will meet and beat any program in this region once we get some things going, and we are well on the way. This same program that Birch Sugar is hosting, we are now planning to host the same program in Nassau next year. Some of the groundwork has started with the support of the government in the private sector. This will become a reality. This particular tournament hosts pretty close to 400 or 500 boxers, male and female, from the U.S. and the region. So this is no small feat.
The Carifta Triathlon Championships all set for August 17th and 18th. Team Bahamas will make the trip to Jamaica to compete.
We got 24 people, 24 kids, really excited about it. 13 boys and 11 girls, so it's a pretty balanced team. This is the third year of Carifta. The first year we took 4 people, the second year we took 12, and now we're taking 24. So we're really excited. You know, we doubled from last year, so we're looking forward to some good things. The first year we did get 1 medal. Last year we didn't, unfortunately, but last year a lot of those kids are coming back again into the top of their age groups, and I'm pretty confident that we should get some good results this year from those kids.
From the minor league baseball diamond, Anthony Seymour and Lucius Fox going head-to-head yesterday as the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp continued their series with the Montgomery Biscuits. Fox finishing up 1 for 3, a double and 3-run score as Montgomery won 9-4. Seymour was 0 for 4 for Jacksonville. Now those same two teams on the diamond earlier today, they finished up that series. This one going into extra innings with Jacksonville winning 6-5 in 11. Anthony, he came on as a pinch runner and scored a run in the win. Fox was 1 for 4 with an RBI in the loss for Montgomery. David Nesbitt and Flamengo winning the Brazilian Basketball League Championship over the weekend with an 81-72 Game 5 win over Franca. Nesbitt finishing up with 6 points in the clincher as Flamengo took that series 3-2. Jonquel Jones and the Connecticut Sun, they are 5-1 so far in WNBA play. Their latest win coming on Sunday, a 65-59 road victory over the Atlanta Dream. Jonquel not that efficient, just 4 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from behind the three-point arc, but she did tally her 4th double-double of the season, 17 points and 13 rebounds in 34 minutes. Jonquel and the Sun return home tonight to host the Washington Mystics, who also sport just 1 loss. That loss came at the hands of the Sun in the season opener. And that will do it for sports. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.